Hello everybody and welcome back to some more Pokémon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Wedlocke Challenge. In the last episode, we took down Primal Groudon in the Cave of Origin and we saved the world. And we got this pretty cool flute that lets us fly around on our Latios. And in this episode, it's going to be a training montage. We need to get everybody up to level 45. The level limit's 46, so I'll probably get everybody up to level 45. That sounds pretty good. I know in the description the level limit is 45, but the level limit is actually a mistake, and I'm not going to go through every episode and change that to 46. I talked about the level limit being a mistake during the Tate and Liza fight, and it's actually 46 instead of 45, which you can see in the sidebar. So anyways, to train everybody up, I am going to turn on the experience share, which I permit during training sessions, and I'm going to go through and fight a whole bunch of the water trainers that I left untouched. I decided that I'm going to do that in a training montage because it's extremely boring, and should anything bad happen, well, it'll be on recording, and I'm going to show it to you, and hopefully that won't happen. So, before we do that, actually, last episode there was only one of the cool Mirage places available to us at the Eon Flute, so I guess I'll go ahead and scout out a little bit, and see if there's anything interesting we can grab before I start the training montage. So this is going to be terrible, and before I start training, it'll be sped up, but I will probably, well, I know for certain I'll be fighting some Love Disc and getting some Heart Scales so we can teach some new moves to our Pokemon. I don't want to fight those things. Is there anything around here? Please? I'd like to get a new Pokemon. I saw the one island, but I believe that's the same Mirage Island that we were already at. So, I suppose I'll fly over to it. It looks like the same island, but I could be wrong. And this is a Mirage Island. But I suppose we'll touch down and see. It doesn't look like it's in the same spot, but... where is it? There it is. Okay. So maybe it's different. I know we've already gotten an encounter for Mirage Island, but it still would have different items. So we don't get a Pokemon here, even if it's different, but we do get an item, or two maybe. Oh, this is a different Mirage Island, and it has the Pokemon Xatu on it, which I can see clearly. This would be Mirage Island, right? Yeah, so we've already gotten a Pokemon here, and it was a Perugly. So, I guess I'll turn on my dowsing machine and look around here. This is a different one, but it still won't count, because we've already gotten a Pokemon here. So we can grab a Max Elixir, which is pretty cool. And, let's see, maybe there's Audino in the grass, which would actually be fantastic. What was that? I don't even know. That's a Razor Fang. Dang, that's awesome. Maybe you can find Gligar here then. But that Pokemon that cried was... I can't think about it. Like, I'm trying to think of what it was. But I can't. I only gotta hear it for... What was that? I want to know. Like, I'm good at guessing cries, but I didn't really get a good sound of it, so... Oh, it's Persian. Oh, okay. I guess we'll fight the Persian. Just to see if it's maybe, you know, shiny. Not that it looks that different, but it could be, so... We'll check it out. Yeah, it's not, but that's fine. I guess I'll look around and see... what else is here? I know there's Xatu... Persian, and I don't know what else, but I guess we'll go ahead and look just to show you guys what's here. What? Why can Persian get Power Gem? That's most certainly strange. It's beating Olive. Dang. Don't do that. Okay, let's use Moo Moo Milk just to heal up real quick. But I do want to see what else is here. I know I can't get anything in it, but it could be an Audino, and that would make training pretty great, actually, because I could always save the water trainers for when I'm training for the Elite Four. So let's see what else is here. I'm actually going to take Olive out. That's not good. Crocus, because nothing will outspeed Crocus, so unless there's like a Deoxys speed form here, which isn't possible. So let's ride around the bike real quick. Hopefully, it'll be something different, so I don't have to keep running around. Zebstrika. Dang. That's actually pretty cool. Okay, so yeah. It is time. We are going to start training. It's going to stink. I like to train, but I want to get into this gym battle, and The Survivor finale was just finished. I'm not going to spoil anything for any of you that watch, but I couldn't record until 11:15, which is the time right now, and I have to get this episode recorded and ready to upload for tomorrow. So, yeah, I'm going to start training, and when I'm done, I'll see you guys at Wallace's gym, and we'll fight the 8th gym of the game. Alright, everybody, it is time. I trained everybody up to level 44, and I did use my rare candies. I didn't use them for the whole thing. I had to do a couple of trainers, and the reason I did that is with the rare candies is that I'm going to have to do a pretty big training montage. I'm going to get everybody up to level 48 before Victory Road, and this way, having them all rare candied with the ones that I had left, I had like 4 left. This way, everybody will be about equal level, meaning the experienced share training will be a lot more, let's just say, equal. I don't know. This way, it'll be a little bit easier to keep everybody's levels in order of the same. And I did do a lot of changing to these Pokemon's movesets. Lily now has Giga Drain and Energy Ball, and Ancient Power and Amnesia. She learned Energy Ball at level 44, which I knew of, and I'm very excited for that. And she's holding the Expert Belt. I'm actually going to swap that for the Big Root for when I do decide to use Giga Drain. When I gave her the Expert Belt, I wasn't planning on having Giga Drain, but then I thought, you know what, it might actually be good to have some self-sustain on her. Another thing is with Cedar, I gave him the Razor Fang, that item we picked up on the Mirage Island, because it increases the chance of flinching, and Cedar has Crunch, which will be very useful. But another thing is, when we get the HM Waterfall, that will replace Aqua Tail, and it also has a high chance to flinch, meaning Cedar is going to be flinch hacks for days, which is pretty sweet. Olive has the same moveset, Bug Buzz, Toxic, Quiver Dance, and Venoshock. Heather has Earthquake, Giga Impact, Strength still, because I can't get rid of it till after Victory Road, but I'll give her Hammer, Arm, or Brick Break, which I did pick up Brick Break, which is in the northwest of Zootopolis City, if you saw that. And I gave Heather Punishment, which is an interesting attack. I don't know exactly the calculations on how it works, but I do believe there's Pokemon coming up in Victory Road and the Elite Four that do use stat-raising moves. The Metagross of Stevens and specific, I think, has Swords Dance, which Punishment will be an excellent last resort for that Pokemon. Sequoia has Smackdown, Earthquake, Brick Break, and Facade. I did a lot to Sequoia, and he's holding the Rocky Helmet, and Heather still has the Wide Lens, so Giga Impact always hits. Sequoia no longer has Fake Out, which I debated on pretty hard, but I came to the conclusion that Sequoia and Crocus need something to counter flying types, and Smackdown has to be that option. Earthquake's for the poison types that Sequoia might run into. Brick Break's nice stab, and Facade is for when he gets a status infliction for Guts, which would be awesome. I like that moveset quite a bit. And Crocus has Baton Pass, Swords Dance, Aerial Ace, and Bug Bite. This won't really be put into effect yet, I don't think, but I definitely am going to probably use this for the Wally fight and the Elite Four. These two are going to be destruction on the Elite Four. I'm really excited to go ahead and use that. I used it in my last Wedlocke of Omega Ruby that I always talk about. Oh, and Crocus is holding the Lax Incense, which means when I'm setting up, I have a small chance for them to miss me, which is pretty cool. And Olive's holding the Shell Bell, which I neglected to say. But with that being said, I apologize if you hear dogs snoring in the background, because it's nighttime, like I said, and they are sleeping. But anyways, this gym is one of those gyms that I refer to as a gym where I don't fight all of the trainers. There's so many of them. They're scattered, and they're not necessary to go out of the way. They're not particularly hard or anything. And this is the only gym in Hoenn that I do that in. If I happen to fall, I'll fight some of them, but I don't think I will, because I'm pretty good at this puzzle. So anyways, let's talk to the champion-making guy. Yo, how's it going, champ to be Chroma? Zootopolis' gym leader Wallace is a master of water-type Pokemon. As you make your way to Wallace, the icy floor will hamper your progress. Just between you and me, walk on each floor panel just once. That's the trick. Be careful and go for it. So yeah, if you aren't able to tell, my main choice for this gym is going to be Lily. Now, there is an Ice-type Pokemon on his team, which I'm worried about, because that's one of Lily's 4 weaknesses. So I'm hoping Cedar will be able to take that on, no problem. I don't really worry about this gym at all. I'm not concerned. But let's first get the puzzle down, which I find to be considerably easy for the most part. So let's do that, and boom, that's that one. Alright, this one's actually, they made this easier than it is in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. So if we go like this, you can kind of use the platform in the middle to make it easier on you. Now all you have to do is this, and you can basically, yeah, that should be it. And then like that. Now this is the hardest one, obviously. And I actually put trainers up here. I don't really know if I'm going to fight them, but first, I remembered, guys. Who's excited? It took 8 gyms to remember to turn on battle animations, right? Yeah, it took 8 gyms to remember that. Oh, and let's not start a new trend. Let's turn off the experience share, because I was training with that, like I said. So, I'm not going to fight these guys. If I run into them, I'll fight them. They're not hard, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I know my rule is to fight everybody, which even that rule's kind of went out the window now, because when I made that rule, I wasn't really thinking, hey, it's Hoenn. it's annoying. There's a lot of water trainers that are useless and a waste of time. I wasn't thinking about that when I made that rule. I was thinking more for a challenge, and I'm not going to use that rule when it's not going to be a challenge anymore, if that makes sense. The rule was to make the game harder, and it's not making the game harder, it's making it more annoying for me, if that makes any sense. It's hard for me to commentate over excessive routes of water, and they're not eventful. I'm telling you guys the truth. It's not hard. It's not a hard game to do a Wedlocke challenge on. I'm sorry. Okay, this actually is bad. Can I do that? Yeah, okay, cool. My dogs are snoring in unison right now. Can I do this? Yeah, okay, thank you. Okay, give me a second. I actually want to wake the boys up because they're snoring relentlessly loud. Okay. Who's excited for this? I'm pretty hyped. I'm not gonna lie, I'm worried. But, okay, actually, you know what I'm going to do? Is I'm going to give Lily a Persim Berry. I just thought about this. No, I don't want to use it. I want to give it to her. Because he leads with a Love Disc. And Love Disc carries Sweet Kiss. And Sweet Kiss is something that... And it's definitely faster than Lily, hands down. And it's probably going to lead with that. So it'll confuse us. We'll snap out of... Oh, thank God. We'll snap out of confusion, and then we'll instantly break down that Love Disc. Which isn't a hard Pokemon. So anyways, guys, are you hyped for this or what? This is the 8th gym of the game. I am excited and distracted, as you can probably hear. But let's do this. Right here, right now. Also one of my favorite champions of all time, but not in this game. And I know I didn't look up trivia for Tate and Liza or Wallace, but... that kind of died out at Winona. Anyways, allow me to formally introduce myself. I am Wallace, the gym leader of Zootopolis City. There's something about you, a difference in your demeanor. I think I sense that in you. What happened inside the Cave of Origin, and what you did there. Our upcoming battle will make that all clear. Now show me the power you wield with your Pokemon. And I, in turn, shall present you with a performance of illusions in water. By me and my Pokemon. 8th Gym Leader of Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Wedlocke Challenge versus Wallace, the Water-type Gym Leader of Hoenn. Let's do this. First up is Love Disc. Let's go, Lily. Newest addition to the team, and starting us off in this gym battle. First up, Love Disc, level 44, Water-type. I'm praying that it goes for Sweet Kiss. Let's go. It did. And it's going to miss anyways. Okay, now... We did take it out in one hit. I was kind of hoping we didn't. I was going to go for the Amnesia there. But I knew it would confuse me, and that's just annoying. Now, this is scary to me. My low tick does have Ice Beam, if I recall. I'm pretty sure we can take an Ice Beam. Next up, it's his ace. It's my low tick, level 46, Water-type. We took one of these down earlier in the adventure, and it gave us a lot of problems. But we came out on top. Can we come out on top this time? Now, do I Amnesia here? If I survive, the Amnesia will help for recovering. So I am going to go for Amnesia. And here comes the Ice Beam. That's what I'm worried about. It's super effective. But Lily eats that up, no problem. Amnesia. It's going to raise our special defense 2 stages, making it hit much less. Now, I'm going to use healing item number 1, a Moo Moo Milk on Lily. I love how Cradley's head sways in the wind like that. It's so cool. Now, if it crits, that's a problem. But it didn't that time. Alright, now we're going to go for the Giga Drain. Ice Beam, here it comes. That's not a crit. Great. Of all things to happen, they get to freeze. Now this is where things get really, really icy. Yeah, dicey. I tried to do something funny. I only have 3 healing items for this pair. If it freezes me again, we might very well be screwed. I'm going to go For healing item number 2, a full restore on Lily. That'll thaw her and fully heal her. And it's going to go for Ice Beam again. Please, no hacks. I can't have it right now. Okay. Now, I am going to go straight for the Energy Ball. We need as much damage as we can get. Here comes it again. Ice Beam. No, that's a crit! No. The first Pokemon to fall to a critical hit. Death number 4, Lily the Cradily. I saw it coming. I knew that was going to happen. Let's go, Cedar. This fight is all on you. You are a Pokemon that has been here for ages, but I don't see there's a way of you coming out of this alive. Let's go for Crunch. Alright, we are faster. Hopefully we can get the flinch hacks. Man, I'm tore up about that right now. Cradily was something I was so excited to be using. And you know what? I should have let Cedar take this thing on. I wasn't sure how we were going to be able to handle it. That was a mistake of mine, and I can admit that. I just didn't know how Cedar would fare against my Milotic, and if it got dicey, I was going to switch into Cedar. But it happened too soon. No. Oh, man. Lily. No flinch. That's interesting. Alright. The first ever Nuzlocke I ever did, I had 15 deaths, and every single one of them was to a critical hit. My luck since then has been a little bit better, and I can honestly say that Lily's the first Pokemon in ages of mine that has died to a critical hit. Well, here's healing item number 3. Cedar has to make it out of this fight without healing. And I'm not sure he's going to be able to do it. If it freezes us or we get it crit, it's over. And I don't want to see something happen to Cedar because of that. Come on, Cedar, you can do this. This is the last one we have to take. Okay. There we go. Milotic's down. Not Lily. I was so hyped for her. Man, that's unfortunate. That really hurts. And here comes Celio. This is what I was saving Cedar for. I'm not allowed to heal. I have to take these last 3 Pokemon down without healing. And this is going to be the first time in the series where the healing limit does something. That's why I play with one. It makes the game harder. By a lot. And in this playthrough it hasn't so much. But you're about to see what comes of a healing limit. Come on, Cedar. That didn't do too much, but it did lower the defense. That's good. Encore. That's fine with me. I wasn't going to use anything else. Alright, let's Crunch. That's the only problem with using something like Amnesia and things that raise your defense. Quiver Dance on Olive. That's how my Dustox died in my original Omega Ruby Wedlocke. Is when you raise your stats, a critical hit will kill you. You feel that safe sense, that false sense of security, and then your Pokemon are gone right before your very eyes. Do I think setting up was a bad idea? I don't. I should have done it differently, though. And I'm talking... Cedar is going to die. I can only use Crunch right now. That might be okay. Hopefully, this will flinch it. Not quite. Come on. Don't do that much, please. It's over. Aqua Tail will do more. Let's hope it hits. Okay. There we go. Cedar might make something so clutch happen right now. But his final Pokemon is up. And it's Seaking. Oh no, what if it has that move? And it probably does. Cedar might go down. But we've known this since Lily fell. Cedar, this is all on you. Crunch. Come on, I gotta go for flinch hacks. Come on. Rain Dance. Interesting. I don't know what would do more at this point. A not very effective Aqua Tail? Or Crunch? I'm going to stick with Crunch, because if I flinch it, Cedar will survive. Aqua Ring. It has Swift Swim. Uh-oh. Okay, that's okay. Aqua Ring is fine with me. You know what? If we can take a hit. Come on, Cedar, it's all on you. Please, come on, buddy.
No, it's raining. There's no way.
Yes. Crunch! Oh my god, Cedar made it out with 8 HP. Bravo! And you know what, guys? After everything that just went down, I think Cedar finally, after all this time, deserves one of these.
Like a mouse!
I realize now your authenticity and magnificence as a Pokemon trainer. I find much joy in having met you and your Pokemon. You have proven yourself worthy of the Rain Badge. Accept it. Having that badge assures you full obedience of all your Pokemon to every command you make. And we get the 8th gym badge of the game. The Rain Badge. But not without the cost of Lily. And so you never forget the battle we shared. Here. And we get HM05 Waterfall. A perfect gift for what Cedar has just done. The HM I have given you contains Waterfall. It allows you to smash into an opponent with the force required to climb a waterfall itself. Yes, it's a mighty move, and yet it also has a certain elegance and can sometimes cause opponents to flinch. Now with the power of the Rain Badge, you will become able to use this HM move, Waterfall, to scale walls of cascading water. Many paths are open to you now. One path would take you to the Pokemon League. It is the goal of all the trainers in Hoenn that aspire to after obtaining all 8 gym badges. If that is the path you chose, then you must find your way to the island said to be the most remote in Hoenn, Evergrande City. But if it's a different path you seek, and you would rather pursue Pokemon in a completed Pokedex, the rumors that reach me on a whim that whisper that Professor Birch in Littleroot has created a more powerful Pokedex. Visit him, obtain this new technology, and have a little doubt you will encounter more diverse Pokemon than ever before. I will hope that a bright future waits for you, whatever path you choose. Alright, guys. Cedar pulled something incredible out of what he had there. He survived the impossible. And for that, he gets the move that complements him greatly. Cedar is going to be taught Waterfall. It's not as strong as Aqua Tail, but it's accurate and it has a chance to flinch. That combined with the Razor Fang is going to be an incredible combination. So there we go. Alright, Cedar's learned Waterfall. That's awesome. So, that fight, honestly, if the Milotic's Ice Beam didn't freeze Lily the second time, she would have survived. I believe that. But that freeze on the second turn with Ice Beam is what sealed Lily's fate, and it's unfortunate. Did I take her item off? I don't quite know. Yeah, I did. Alright. Lily was something I was extremely excited to use, but an unfortunate turn of events. That was the first Pokemon to go down to a crit. That was just unlucky in general. Yeah, there was ways I could have gone about it, but the freeze and the crit, if none of those happened, Lily would have survived. In thinking about it, I probably shouldn't have let Lily fight that Milotic. But there's really not much that we can do about it now. Cedar's gone through 2 partners now. And it's time to say goodbye to Lily the Cradily. Alright, guys. We didn't know Lily for very long, but she was very helpful on our adventure, and I'm gonna say goodbye to Lily the Cradley. Death number 4. Goodbye, Lily. Alright, as with every death, it's unfortunate, but we do need a new female partner for Cedar, and there are a ton of them. This egg right here is actually a Togepi. You can grab that after everything went down. I grabbed that while I was getting Moo Moo Milk. I'm not going to hatch it. I'm just going to leave it here forever, probably, but there's a lot of female Pokemon. There's Delphinium the Mawile, Honesty the Perugly, Cosmos the Pelipper, Azalea the Skarmory, Daisy the Torkoal, Lilac the Illumise, Bluebell the Tentacle, Clover the Poochyena, Aster the Whismur, Rose the Goldeen, Hydrangea the Wynot, Violet the Spoink, Sunflower the Bullpix, Mallow the I almost said Mallow the Marshmallow, Marigold the Linoon, Tulip the Frillish, Peony the Clamperl, Poppy the Spheal, Asylum the Shuppet, Monarda the Golbat, and Winterberry the Cast Form. Now, out of all these Pokemon, there's one Pokemon I'm looking at right now that is something I really, really, really want to use. And there's a Pokemon that's a lot more fitting. Now, I'm trying to think what's ahead. You know, Grass-type would be nice, but we don't really have any Grass-type female Pokemon right now. Out of all these Pokemon, I want to use Perugly, but I know I already have a normal type, and it's not something that I need right now. It's really between Daisy the Torkoal and Sunflower the Vulpix for me. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and replace Lily with Sunflower the Vulpix. Yeah, that sounds like the best option for us right now. So, now we have a Vulpix. Now, I sure would like to get something pretty cool on a Mirage Cave and stuff like that, but alright, we'll definitely heal up real quick. The next episode for tomorrow, if you're watching this the day it came out, might be delayed. I don't know if I'm going to have enough time to train everybody up to level 48. I'm not sure. It might be out, it might not be. But if you're watching this in the future, it doesn't matter because it's already out. So I'm going to go ahead and give Sunflower the lucky egg, and we're definitely going to go train her up. Now, another thing I want to talk about is there's so many trainers, and we're getting close to the end of the game. They don't matter. The only thing that matters right now is going to Victory Road. I'm not getting bored of the challenge. I enjoy this challenge a lot. It's my first series on YouTube, and it means a lot to me. But there's so many useless areas in Hoenn. Maryland talked about this on his playthrough of this game on a Wedlocke, and does anybody really care to see that stuff? Like, I should just jump straight into Victory Road, and then the Elite Four. That makes the most sense to me. There's so many trainers I said I'd fight off screen for training. I may or may not, really. I don't know. And the area west of Pacific-Log, that's so boring. Like, it's just not worth it. I'll visit Pacific-Log, probably. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, next episode is just going to be a big training episode. And other than that, it's not like the training, it would be sped up, and you guys won't really get to see that unless you want to watch it. But next episode, it'll be taking on Victory Road. This is the end of the game, and unless I think otherwise, I don't think I'm going to go do anything else. Like, I'm sorry if you guys are disappointed. I wanted to see those water routes. They're endless bore to me. And there's no other Pokemon game I'm going to end up playing through on a Wedlocke that's going to be skipped out on. Like, I'm playing through Platinum next, and there's no areas in that game that I'm going to skip because they're condensed and they're just easier to navigate. I don't know. So, give me a second. I want to look up Ninetales real quick. I'll definitely level up Vulpix to level 31, get extra sensory, and I'll play around with that next episode. But for now, if you guys enjoyed the episode, a like is appreciated. It helps out a lot. And if you want to see more Pokemon Nuzlocks, Wedlocks, or Pokemon Let's Plays, feel free to subscribe. And I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching.